as we've covered previously, the first question, the larger of two numbers is 2 less than 3 times the smaller number. Okay? So according to this chart, the smaller number should be x. So I'm going to cross out the smaller number and replace it with x. Okay? Again, we have the word than, which is a reverse word, which means what happens after the word than has to happen first in our expression that represents the larger of the numbers. And what happens afterwards is 3 times x. That's going to happen first because reverse word. What happens before the reverse word is 2 less. So it's going to happen afterwards. So 3x minus 2 is the expression for the larger number when the smaller number is x. Okay. The sum of the two numbers is x plus 3x minus 2, which simplifies to 4x minus 2. If the small number was 3, we would just have to plug in 3 where it says x. So that means 3 times 3, which is 9. 9 minus 2, which is 7. Here, it would be 8 times 3, which is 24, minus 2, which is 22. Here it's 60 times 3, which is 180. 180 minus 2 is 178. 3 plus 7 is 10. 8 plus 22 is 30. 60 plus 178, because we're trying to find the sum again, is 238. Okay. So again, you find these letters, or these numbers, and expressions over here. So 238 is I, so you put an I right here. E is 4x minus 2, which is right here. 10 is O, which is right here, and I think 30 is down there, and you fill that in with an N. This part says find the sum of the numbers if their sum is 42. So if the bigger number and the smaller number add up to 42, what are those numbers? So, let's take a look at the back over here. So again, we said that the expression that represents the smaller number is x. The expression that represents the larger number, as we said in the beginning, was 3x minus 2. And the expression that is represented as the sum of those is x plus 3x minus 2, because this is the smaller number, this is the bigger number. So we're going to add those two together. When we combine like terms, we get 4x minus 2. Okay. The question says if their sum is 42. So we have an expression for the sum of the two numbers, okay, which is 4x minus 2. So we get 4x minus 2 equals 42. Again, x represents the smaller number. So this is the sum of the two numbers, which should equal 42. Okay. If we solve for x, that means we're finding the value of the smaller number. So we're going to subtract, or we add 2 to both sides, which is 4x equals 44. And then we're going to divide both sides by 4, which gets us 11. Okay. So the smaller number is 11, and if we plug in 11 for x inside the expression for the larger number, we're going to find out the actual value of the larger number, which is going to be 33 minus 2, which is 31. And do notice that 11 and 31 add up to 42. We'll take a look at number 2. Jill's score is 5 more than twice Jack's score. And according to this chart, Jack's score is x. So I'm going to replace Jack's score in the question with x. So Jill scores 5 more than twice x. Again, the than word is there, so we have a reverse word. Okay. So twice Jack's score. Okay, is what's after there. So we have 2x, because that's twice Jack's score. Then we go to what's beforehand, which is 5 more right here. So we're going to add 5 to that. That's the second part of the expression. That expression represents Jill's score. It says Jill's score is 5 more than twice x. If we were to add those two together, if the smaller number is, or Jack's score is x and Jill's score is 2x plus 5, if we were to find the sum of their scores, it would be 3x plus 5. Okay? Now, from here, if Jack's score was 4, then we simply plug in 4 into this expression to find Jill's score, because this is the expression for Jill's score. So 2 times 4 is 8 plus 5 is 13. 15, if Jack's score is 15, plug it into Jill's scores expression, right here, 2 times 15 plus 5, okay, which is 35. 2 times 120 plus 5 is 245. This column again is the sum of their scores, so all we have to do is add Jack's score to Jill's score, so it's 4 plus 13, which is 17. 15 plus 35, which is 50. 120 plus 245, which is 365. The extra part, find their scores if their sum is 95. So scroll down to this part over here. Again, we have an expression for Jack's score, it's simply x. Jill's score, the expression for that was 2x minus 5, or excuse me, plus 5. The expression for the sum of their scores was simply x plus 2x plus 5, which gets us 3x plus 5. That's the addition of this expression right here and this expression right here. X plus 2x plus 5 is 3x plus 5. And the question states that the sum of their scores together gets us 95. So this is 95. The sum of their scores should get us 95. And this is the expression for the sum of their scores. So we're going to put the expression for the sum of their scores and set that equal to 95. And when we solve for x, we're solving for Jack's score because Jack's score is x. So therefore, when we do that, minus 5 from both sides, minus 5, 3x equals 90. We're going to divide by 3, divide by 3. X equals 30, which means that Jack's score is 30. To find Jill's score, we need to take Jack's score and plug it into the expression for Jill's score. Because Jill's score is 5 more than twice of Jack's score. So therefore, we do 2 times 30, which is 60 plus 5, 65. And please notice that 30 plus 65 is in fact 95 as stated. Let's take a look at number 4. Question number 4. It says 3 numbers are consecutive integer numbers, or even numbers, or even integers, which means that they're the next even number. 3 even numbers that are right next to each other. So the even number after 6 is 8. And the even number after 8 is 10. What's the even number after negative 6? So we're going to increase value, which means the next even number is negative 4, and the next even number after that is negative 2. The next even number after negative 90 is negative 88. The next even number after that is negative 86. And the sum of all 3 of these numbers in the top row is 24, because 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 10 is 24. Right here, negative 6 plus negative 4 is negative 10, plus negative 2 is negative 12. And right here, this one, I believe, is negative 264. 264. So, if the first even number is x, the next even number is going to be 2 digits more than that, right? 2 digits because that's the next even number. So we can represent the second integer with x plus 2. The next even number after that is going to be 2 more than that one, which means that it's going to be 4 more than the first one. So we have x plus 4. Finally, it's asking for the sum of the integers. So that means we do x plus x plus x, which is 3x. 2 plus 4 is plus 6. Right there. And 24 is right here. n, negative 12, I don't know where that is, negative 264 is I, and 3x plus 6 is right here, so that's a C. The question is, find the integers if their sum is 72. So let's go down to question number 4 over here. We said the expression for the first integer is x, this expression for the second one is x plus 2, and the third one, which is 2 more than x plus 2, is x plus 4. And the expression for the sum of their integers is 3x plus 6. Okay. And we said the sum of those integers together has to be 72. And the expression for the sum of those integers we said was 3x plus 6. Okay. So to solve this, we're going to do minus 6, which is 3x, because these parts cancel out, equals 66. Divide by 3, that means that x equals 22. For the first, that means that since x represents the first integer, the next integer after that is going to be 24. So we have the three integers are 22, 24, and 26. If you add those all together, you surely get 72. The last one that we are going to go over is number 5. Side B of a triangle is twice as long as side A. So the first side is x, the next side is going to be 2x. It says side C is 4 centimeters longer than side B. Well, side B is 2x, so side C is going to be 2x plus 4. Okay. The perimeter means the entire outside, right? Now here, the triangle has 3 sides, so these are all 3 sides. So x plus 2x is 3x. 3x plus 2x plus 4 is 5x plus 4. We're adding all 3 of these boxes together to get that. We have, if side A is 7, the next side is going to be 2x, which is 2 times 7, 14. If it's 12, it's going to be double a bit. Going to right here, twice as long as side A, 24. Over here, twice as long as 45 is 90, because 90 times 2 is, or 45 times 2 is 90. Here it says that this, the third side, side C, is 4 centimeters longer than B, so therefore we have to add 4, which is 18. Here, add 4, 28, 90 plus 4, 94. The perimeter is simply adding all of these together, so we got 7 plus 14 plus 18, which is 39. 12 plus 24, 36. 36 plus 28 is 66. Then we have 45 plus 90, which is 135. 135 plus 94 is 224. So that is the perimeters. This says find the side lengths if the perimeter overall is 94. So, go to the last page. Find the last page. What's the last page here? Oh, those are all the answers. Yes, there it is. Alright, so side B, we said the expression for side B is 2x, and the expression for side C is 2x plus 4, because it's 4 more than side B. We said the perimeter is the sum of all the sides, so therefore that is 5x plus 4. And we said that the perimeter needs to be 94. So therefore we're going to put 5x plus 4 right here. So, we're going to solve for x, which is this length of side A. This is minus 4, 5x equals 90. Divide by 5, divide by 5. We find that the perimeter is 18 centimeters. So if the first side is 18 centimeters, the second side, which is twice that amount, is going to be 2 times 18, which is 36. After that, the third side is going to be 4 more than the previous side, which is 4 more than this, which is going to be 40. If we add those all together, we do find that those sides end up being 94 centimeters. Try the last two problems on your own. Let me give you a hint to question number 5. Question number 6. Question number 6 is very similar, but notice how we only have length and width. And it's asked for the perimeter. The perimeter is not adding this and this together, length and width. Okay? Because we have inside a rectangle 4 sides. That means that you need to add 4 things together. Okay? So if this was 9, if this was the width, this is also 9. Okay? Which means that you would have to add, when you find the length, you'd have to add both the lengths to the perimeter. Okay? Again, this should spell out something when you do it. Right? Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.